Welcome everyone. In this video, I will be explaining about the experimental methods of chemical kinetics. The first method is spectrophotometric method. And the best example for explaining the spectrophotometric method is colorimetric study of kinetics of oxidation of indigo carmine IC by chloramine T. For doing this experiment, solutions required are 0.005 molar IC, that is indigo carmine, zero point zero 0.05 molar chloramine T or CAT, and pH 10 buffer. pH 10 buffer means it consists of 50 ml of 0.05 molar borax and 50 ml of 0.2 normal NaOH. Now let us see the principle of this experiment. The principle is the IC in aqueous solution is oxidized by CAT to sulfonated anthranilic acid. That is, indigo carmine in aqueous solution is oxidized by chloramine T to sulfonated anthranilic acid. So here is the reaction. So this is the structure for IC, that is indigo carmine, and this is the structure for chloramine T. So the indigo carmine in aqueous solution is oxidized by chloramine T to sulfonated anthranilic acid, and we get byproduct as para-toluene sulfonamide along with carbon dioxide and Na plus and Cl minus. So here, as I have already said, the indigo carmine is oxidized. You can see the indigo carmine, there is a functional group, right? That is ketone. These ketones undergo oxidation and we get acid, that is COOH. Right? So indigo carmine is oxidized by chloramine T and we get sulfonated anthranilic acid. Now let us move on to the procedure for this method. Means how to do this experiment. So first of all, we are taking 98 ml of buffer in a boiling tube and 1 ml of CAT solution is added to it and the mixture is kept in the thermostat. And in the same thermostat, IC solution is also kept in a separate boiling tube. So after 10 minutes, 1 ml of IC solution is added to the mixture and shaken well and stopwatch is started. Immediately the mixture is taken in a spectrophotometric cell and its absorbance is measured at 610 nanometer. That absorbance we call it as A0. Similarly, after every 2 minutes, the absorbance of the mixture is measured. That absorbance is taken as AT. So what the procedure tells about? So first of all, you are taking in a boiling tube 98 ml of buffer and you are adding 1 ml of chloramine T solution to it. Then you are keeping the boiling tube in a thermostat. Now you take another boiling tube and add IC solution to it, and again you kept that boiling tube in the thermostat. After attaining 10 minutes, the 1 ml of IC solution in the boiling tube is added to the mixture, that is buffer and chloramine T mixture, and you are shaking that, and at that time you are starting the stopwatch. Immediately the mixture is taken in a spectrophotometric cell. So you know that spectrophotometric cell, that is cuvette. So you are taking the mixture in the spectrophotometric cell and you are measuring the absorbance. At what wavelength you are measuring? That is at 610 nanometer. So that is taken as A0. That is A0. Absorbance at 0 time. So because here you are taking the mixture immediately and measuring the absorbance. That is why absorbance at 0 time. Now after every 2 minutes the absorbance is measured. So here you are taking the time. That is you are measuring the absorbance with time. That is AT. Initial concentration of IC. So the initial concentration of IC is denoted by small letter A, that is proportional to the A0. You know that from Beer-Lambert's law, absorbance is directly proportional to the concentration, right? So here I am taking the concentration as small letter A. That is initial concentration of IC is small letter A and that is proportional to the absorbance at 0 time. The concentration of IC after time t is A minus X, that is proportional to AT. So why I have written as A minus X? A represents the initial concentration of the reactant before the reaction starts. So when the reaction takes place at time t, X amount of the reactants are utilized during the reaction. Then the final concentration of A at time t will be A minus X. Right, that is before reaction the initial concentration of the reactant is A and during the reaction takes place at time t, X amount of reactant is utilized. So you will get A minus X and it is proportional to AT, that is absorbance at time t. Then you are calculating X value. How you will get X? X is equal to A minus of A minus X. A value you have A0 and A minus X value you have AT. So the rate constant for second order rate equation is given by K is equal to 1 by T into X by A into A minus X. Next you substitute X value, A value and A minus X value. You will get K is equal to 1 by T into, so X is A0 minus AT, that is A0 minus AT by A is proportional to A0. So I can write it as A0. So A minus X is proportional to AT. So I am writing AT. So final your equation will be K is equal to 1 by T into A0 minus AT by A0 into AT. So while calculating K value, your values is found to be constant. Hence, it is a second order reaction. So, a graph of log of A0 by AT versus time t is plotted, which gives a straight line and rate constant is calculated from the slope. So, you are taking log of A0 by AT on the y-axis and time on the x-axis. So, you will get a straight line and from the slope you are calculating K value, that is rate constant value. So K is equal to slope into 2.303 by 60 second inverse. Here you are calculating time in seconds. The next method is potentiometric method. So in the previous method, that is in spectrophotometric method, absorbance depends upon the concentration. But here EMF depends upon the concentration. So you are taking the best example for potentiometric method as bromination of N,N-dimethyl aniline. Before that, let us see some important points. That is, EMF depends upon the concentration of indicator electrode, that is bromine bromide electrode. So change in EMF is due to the change in concentration of bromine bromide electrode. Means if EMF changes, then the concentration of the indicator electrode also changes. So thus it is possible to determine the concentration of the species from the change in EMF. The best example for the potentiometric method is the bromination of N,N-dimethyl aniline, that is NN-DMA. So first of all, in this potentiometric method, you are taking N,N-dimethyl aniline in the beaker and an indicator electrode is dipped in it. That is, you are dipping an indicator electrode, that is bromine bromide electrode, in the beaker. And reference electrode is calomel electrode. So you all know that to calculate EMF, an electrochemical cell should be set up. For that, you need two electrodes. So one will be the indicator electrode and another will be the reference electrode. That is, the indicator electrode is coupled with the reference electrode through a salt bridge. So here you are using indicator electrode as bromine bromide electrode and reference electrode as calomel electrode. Now let us move on to the reactions. So I have written the reaction in terms of reduction. That is, bromide ion gains 2 electron and you will get bromine. So next is the reaction for the bromination of N,N-dimethyl aniline. So here is N,N-dimethyl aniline. N,N-dimethyl aniline. It undergo bromination, that is addition of bromine takes place. Addition of Br2 takes place and you will get 2,4,6 tribromo dimethyl aniline and hydrogen bromide as byproduct. So in simple way to calculate the rate constant, I am writing only reactant and products without balanced equation. So it will be easy to calculate the rate constant. That is, I am writing like this. N,N-dimethyl aniline plus Br2 gives 2,4,6 tribromo dimethyl aniline plus HBr. So for calculating the rate constant, you are taking the reaction N,N-dimethyl aniline plus Br2 gives 2,4,6 tribromo dimethyl aniline plus HBr. So as I have already said in the introduction part of the potentiometric method, EMF depends upon the concentration of the indicator electrode. So here the indicator electrode used is bromine bromide electrode. So you are taking the rate of bromine. So bromine here in this reaction, it is the reactant. So you know that as the reaction proceeds, the concentration of the reactant decreases and the concentration of the product increases. So that is why I have written minus of d by dt of Br2. So it is equal to K into concentration of the products, right? So K into concentration of N,N-dimethyl aniline and concentration of bromine, that is Br2. As rate, you know that rate is proportional to the concentration and rate is equal to the rate constant into concentration of the products. That is why I have written as minus of dBr2 by dt equal to K into N,N-dimethyl aniline and concentration of Br2. So I am taking this Br2 in the left side. So you will get, so I am taking this Br2 in the left side. So you will get minus 1 by Br2 dBr2 by dt, it is equal to K into NN dimethyl alanine. That is equation 1. Next you take the reaction, that is from 2Br minus plus 2 electron gives Br2. You are calculating E cell for the reaction. So you know the Nernst equation, right? Nernst equation is nothing but E cell equal to E naught cell minus RT by NF ln of K. What is K? It is the equilibrium constant, that is concentration of product by concentration of the reactant. So I am writing the reaction in terms of Nernst equation, that is E cell equal to E naught cell minus RT by NF ln of Br2, that is the concentration of product, by Br minus whole square, that is the concentration of reactant. After that, E cell is equal to E naught cell minus RT by NF. You know that ln of A by B is equal to ln of A minus ln of B. So I am writing like this, that is ln of Br2 minus 2 ln Br minus. After that, you are writing E cell equal to E naught cell minus RT by 2F ln of Br2. So minus of minus it will be plus 2 RT by 2F ln of Br minus. So N is equal to 2 as 2 electrons are involved in the reaction. Where E naught cell is equal to constant and ln Br are also is equal to constant. So they both are neglected. Then the equation 2 becomes E cell is equal to minus RT by 2F ln of Br2. That is equation 3. Now you differentiate equation 3 on both sides. Then you will get dE by dt is equal to minus RT by 2F d by dt of ln of Br2. We know that d by dt of ln of f of x is equal to 1 by f of x into f dash of x. After applying this, you will get dE by dt is equal to minus RT by 2f 1 by Br2 d by dt of Br2. That is equation 4. Now you put 1 in 4, that is equation 1 in 4. Then you will get dE by dt is equal to RT by 2f K into NN dMA, that is dE by dt is equal to RT by 2f rate constant into concentration of NN dimethyl aniline. After that, dE by dt is equal to RT by 2f into K dash, where K dash is equal to K into concentration of NN dimethyl aniline. Next, you are taking rate constant on the left side because you are calculating the rate constant. So K dash is equal to 2F by RT dE by dt. So since the rate depends upon only NN dimethyl aniline, it is a pseudo first order reaction. So what do you mean by pseudo first order reaction? Because you have already seen the reaction, right? Bromination of NN dimethyl aniline. You are taking two reactants, that is NN dimethyl aniline and bromine. So actually it should be second order, but here it is saying while calculating the rate, it is first order. So pseudo first order means it is second order but it appears as first order. So this is a plot for EMF versus time. Then you will get a straight line with slope. So you are taking EMF on the y-axis and time on x-axis and you will get a straight line.